Hey, I'm Steven and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So regular viewers of the channel may or may not be aware that on the odd occasion, I like to time travel and also visit other dimensions. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, let's just leave it at that. In this video, I'm coming back from the future and letting you guys know the details I've discovered about Tesla's unreleased secret master plan part 3. And before we get rolling, I just want to be super clear. This video is only for long-term investors, aka the only kind of investor. But wait a minute, Stephen, you might ask, can't you be a short-term investor? No, you can be a short-term gambler, a short-term trader, same thing, and you can do well doing that. But this is for those who have a long-term investment perspective. So I'm just going to say it. If you're a short-term trader, a gambler, you're thinking 1 or 2 year hold or even less than that, less than 5 years, just get the fuck off my channel. I know, I just said that and I actually mean it. This could be dangerous information in the wrong hands. I'm talking to investors, not gamblers. So I don't know, go to a gambling thing. 10 stocks to buy now. Top 5 stocks I'm buying right this millisecond. Just go watch one of those, okay? We're talking long-term, okay? A decade plus hold period. If that's you, let's get into it. And by the way, since I know there's a lot of crypto lovers watching and people who like free stuff, it's your lucky day. For a limited time, you can get up to $250 in free crypto bonuses when funding a new account on BlockFi, where you can use cryptocurrency to earn interest, borrow cash, and buy or sell crypto. If you want your free crypto, use the link in the description. It also helps out the channel. And if you'd like up to 2 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 1 free stock valued up to $250 just for opening an account. And if you fund your account with $100, you'll get a second free stock valued up to $1,600. Unless you don't like free stocks, that is. And if you're in Australia, the UK, or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake, also using the link in the description. Let's get back to it. First of all, let's go back in time to 2006 and look at Tesla's original secret master plan. The secret Tesla Motors master plan, just between you and me, published by Elon Musk, August 2nd, 2006. As you know, the initial product of Tesla Motors is a high-performance electric sports car called the Tesla Roadster. However, some readers may not be aware of the fact that our long-term plan, I just want to stop here, because this was a really important clue that so many people missed in 2006, written here on Tesla's blog. Okay, one more time. Our long-term plan is to build a wide range of models, including affordably priced family cars. This is because the overarching purpose of Tesla Motors, and the reason I am funding the company, is to help expedite the move from a mine and burn hydrocarbon economy towards a solar electric economy, which I believe to be the primary, but not exclusive, sustainable solution. Critical to making this happen is an electric car without compromises, which is why the Tesla Roadster is designed to beat a gasoline sports car. Even so, some may question whether this actually does any good for the world. Are we really in need of another high-performance sports car? Will it actually make a difference to global carbon emissions? Well, the answers are no and not much. However, that misses the point, unless you understand the secret master plan alluded to above. Almost any new technology initially has high unit costs before it can be optimized, and this is no less true for electric cars. The strategy of Tesla is to enter at the high end of the market, where customers are prepared to pay a premium, and then drive down market as fast as possible to higher unit volume and lower prices with each successive model. Without giving away too much, I can say that the second model will be a sporty 4-door family car at roughly half the $89,000 price point of the Tesla Roadster, and the third model will be even more affordable. Yeah, by the way, that's the Model 3 being talked about in 2006, a decade before it was released. In keeping with a fast-growing technology company, all free cash flow is plowed back into R&D. Now, I just want to take a pause here just to shout out to all the morons who continually said, oh, Tesla can't make any money. I mean, dude, in the 2006 master plan, it's literally right here. We're going to start at the high end, drive costs down, and invest heavily in R&D. Literally, it's in the master plan. Oh, Tesla can't make any money. They're going to go bankrupt. Hello, master plan 2006. I mean, guys, holy shit. Anyway, I do have a point here. I just wanted to drive that home because, again, 2006. In keeping with a fast-growing technology company, all free cash flow is plowed back into R&D to drive down the costs and bring the follow-on products to market as fast as possible. Now, I just have to jump in here. I mean, this was written in 2006. Yeah, in 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, and even 2020, there are still morons out there who continue to say that Tesla's losing money, they can't make any money. Guys, it's literally in the master plan here. We're going to invest heavily in R&D to continue to drive costs down and iterate on new products. This is why Tesla looked like they were losing money for so long, because they were, as stated in their master plan in 2006, investing all free cash flow back into R&D to drive down costs and bring the follow-on products to market. Skipping ahead a little bit, I know you guys don't want me to read the whole thing. I'm just going to get down to the summary points from Tesla's 2006 secret master plan. So, in short, the master plan is build a sports car. That was the Roadster. Use that money to build a more affordable car. That was the S and X. Use that money to build an even more affordable car. That is the Model 3 and Y. While doing above, also provide zero-emission power generation options. Don't tell anyone. Obviously, Tesla has done all of this, including rooftop solar, solar glass roof, you've got batteries to store the energy as well. 2006 master plan, done and dusted, massive tick. And what do you know? 10 years after their original master plan, Tesla provided an update, a new master plan in 2016. Let's have a quick look at that. Master plan part 2. The first master plan that I wrote 10 years ago is now in the final stages of completion. It wasn't all that complicated and basically consisted of create a low volume car, which would necessarily be expensive, use that money to develop a medium volume car at a lower price, use that money to create an affordable high volume car, and provide solar power. No kidding, this has literally been on our website for 10 years. I love the way that Elon said this. It's like, hey morons, I mean, we told you what we're going to do 10 years ago and nobody believed us and we did it. So here's another master plan and no one's going to believe we're going to do this either. And I'll be writing another master plan in a few years pointing out how it's been on our website for a long time and nobody believed it, but we did it. This is Elon Musk saying, hey bro, this is exactly what we're going to do and I'm going to make sure it fucking happens, so pay attention. The reason we had to start off with step 1 was that it was all I could afford to do with what I made from PayPal. I thought our chances of success were so low that I didn't want to risk anyone's funds at the beginning but my own. The list of successful car company startups is short. As of 2016, the number of American car companies that haven't gone bankrupt is a grand total of 2, Ford and Tesla. Starting a car company is idiotic and an electric car company is idiocy squared. I love Elon's honesty here. Also, a low-volume car means a much smaller, simpler factory, albeit with most things done by hand. Without economies of scale, anything we built would be expensive, whether it was an economy sedan or a sports car. While at least some people would be prepared to pay a high price for a sports car, no one was going to pay $100K for an electric Honda Civic, no matter how cool it looked. Part of the reason I wrote the first master plan was to defend against the inevitable attacks Tesla would face, accusing us of just caring about making cars for rich people, implying that we felt there was a shortage of sports car companies or some other bizarre rationale. Unfortunately, the blog didn't stop countless attack articles on exactly these grounds, so it pretty much completely failed that objective. And by the way, for those of you who didn't follow the Tesla story too closely back in the day, this is literally exactly what happened. The media consistently harping on, it's a rich person's toy, what's this going to do, it's not making a difference, blah blah blah, because nobody really paid attention to the original master plan. However, the main reason was to explain how our actions fit into the larger picture, so that they would seem less random. The point of all this was, and remains, accelerating the advent of sustainable energy, so that we can imagine far into the future and life is still good. That's what sustainable means. It's not some silly hippie thing, it matters for everyone. By definition, we must at some point achieve a sustainable energy economy, or we will run out of fossil fuels to burn and civilization will collapse. Given that we must get off fossil fuels anyway, and that virtually all scientists agree that dramatically increasing atmospheric and oceanic carbon levels is insane, the faster we achieve sustainability, the better. Here is what we plan to do to make that day come sooner. Integrate energy generation and storage. Create a smoothly integrated and beautiful solar roof with battery product that just works, empowering the individual as their own utility, and then scale that throughout the world. One ordering experience, one installation, one service contact, one phone app. Now I just have to jump in here because very recently Tesla began to exclusively bundle Tesla solar with home battery solutions. This wasn't always the case. You could previously just get solar on its own, but look at this. Integrate energy generation and storage, literally in the master plan, and now Tesla have forced the hand of customers by doing exactly that. At this point in time in the US, you cannot get Tesla solar glass roof without battery as well. Literally in the master plan, exactly what Tesla's doing, they're well on track. Expand to cover the major forms of terrestrial transport. Today, Tesla addresses two relatively small segments of premium sedans and SUVs, with the Model 3, a future compact SUV, that would be the Model Y, and a new kind of pickup truck, that would be the Cybertruck. And by the way, you notice how Elon already knew what he was designing here? A new kind of pickup truck. This was 2016. Elon, Franz, they already had a concept in mind. They didn't say a pickup truck. A new kind of pickup truck. We plan to address most of the consumer market. What really matters to accelerate a sustainable future is being able to scale up production volume as quickly as possible. That is why Tesla engineering has transitioned to focus heavily on designing the machine that makes the machine, turning the factory itself into a product. A first principles physics analysis of automotive production suggests that somewhere between a 5 to 10-fold improvement is achievable by version 3 on a roughly 2-year iteration cycle. The first Model 3 factory machine should be thought of as version 0.5, with version 1.0 probably in 2018. Now, I just want to jump in here. 5 years after this master plan was written, what have we seen? Gigapress, gigantic casting machine, eliminating hundreds of parts and processes. Tesla developing their own battery production systems that are just absolutely mind-blowing, incredible, and so far ahead of everything else out there. We've seen incredible innovations like the octovalve and heat pump solution as well. Tesla is literally doing what they said in the master plan. Once again, I just really want to build up because you guys have to understand. Elon Musk says, hey, we're going to do this. And then they do it. Yet the market doubts them. In addition to consumer vehicles, there are 2 other types of electric vehicle needed. Heavy-duty trucks, that would be the Tesla Semi, and high passenger density urban transport. Both are in the early stages of development at Tesla and should be ready for unveiling next year. Just want to jump in here too. For those of you who are a little bit unsure, what's this high density urban transport? Well, shout out to the Boring Company. I believe now that this is how Tesla is addressing that. We're using Tesla technology and Tesla vehicles in underground tunnels. Very frequent. Let's read on. With the advent of autonomy, it will probably make sense to shrink the size of buses and transition the role of bus driver to that of a fleet manager. So think about this. Elon is literally describing the boring tunnel loops. For example, the Vegas loop right now. A bunch of Teslas, you can carry just a few people each time, but they're very, very frequent. Tesla again following through on their plans. Autonomy. As the technology matures, all Tesla vehicles will have the hardware necessary to be fully self-driving with fail operational capability, meaning that any given system in the car could break and your car will still drive itself safely. Sharing. When true self-driving is approved by regulators, it will mean that you will be able to summon your Tesla from pretty much anywhere. Once it picks you up, you will be able to sleep, read, or do anything else en route to your destination. And as we know, Tesla's full self-driving beta software now absolutely blowing minds. Tesla is on the cusp of releasing or awakening the robo-taxi fleet. I don't think most people believe this. I'm in the camp of people that see this as inevitable. I think in the next 1 to 2 years max, we will see the first paid, fully autonomous, driverless robo-taxi fare in a Tesla. So, in short, Masterplan Part 2 is create stunning solar roofs with seamlessly integrated battery storage. Tesla has done this, admittedly, still a few teething issues, spooling up and ramping, doing the installation process of solar glass roof. But the product exists, they're just ironing out a few bugs. Expand the electric vehicle product lines to address all major segments. Once a Cybertruck and Semi are out, they're pretty much there. Develop a self-driving capability that is 10 times safer than manual via massive fleet learning. Now, keyword here, via massive fleet learning, and what is Tesla doing? Exactly that. They've got 1.5 million Teslas on roads now, collecting an enormous amount of data to train the neural networks to improve full self-driving. Again, Tesla doing what they said they would do. Of course, we don't have fully autonomous Teslas yet, but as I said, they're just around the corner. And finally, enable your car to make money for you while you aren't using it. Now, recently I've actually considered, you know what? There's even a possibility bit out there, but maybe in the future you may actually be able to mine cryptocurrency with some of your additional compute in a Tesla as well. I've discussed this in recent videos, but Elon really here talking about robo-taxis. The point is, we're maybe 1 to 2 years away from Tesla having completed their master plan part 2. Now, with that extraordinarily long build-up, let's get into the master plan part 3. Master plan part 3. Elon Musk, July 4, 2023. Become one of the world's leading artificial intelligence companies. Elon Musk has dropped a number of hints about this recently, particularly on Tesla's most recent earnings call. I believe that it is now Tesla's goal to become one of the world's leading artificial intelligence companies specializing in computer vision and neural network training using Dojo as a service. This is a multi-billion-dollar opportunity. AI is taking over the world. Everyone's asleep on this, just like they were asleep on Tesla when they released their initial master plan and master plan part 2. This is in part 3, for sure, no question. I can guarantee you, as I said, I've been in a time machine, I'm from the future, I know exactly what's going to happen, and I guarantee you this is part of the core plan of Tesla in the future. They're transitioning and evolving into an AI/data company. And what do I mean by a data company? As I've mentioned in a recent video, I believe over the longer term, Tesla is going to be able to monetize their fleet data in a staggering number of ways. Just imagine a fleet 2030, 2031 of around 100 million Tesla vehicles covered in sensors all over the world. There's a treasure trove of valuable data that many people want to access for a fee, and I'm sure Tesla's going to take advantage of this opportunity as well. They'd literally be morons not to. Save millions of lives. And how does Tesla do this? by licensing their full self-driving autonomous software to anyone who wants it. Tesla's lead now in terms of full self-driving software, in terms of autonomy, is unassailable. Here's how this plays out. The biggest source of data, the best quality data, the best training wins. No one is catching Tesla now. There comes a point in the future where maybe the chance of a collision, a fatal accident in a non-Tesla autonomous vehicle is 0.0001%. But in the Tesla, it's 0.00001%. Which are you more likely to want to use personally? Even though, statistically speaking, you have an extremely low chance of dying or being in an accident in either one of these options, unless you're a little bit crazy or really high risk, you probably prefer to be in the absolute safest autonomous vehicle. As I said, Tesla's lead here, in my opinion, is unassailable. I don't think there's that many people out there who are going to want to get in a vehicle that they know is demonstrably less safe when there's the option for a Tesla. As an automaker or a transport as a service provider, what do? What's the ethical thing to do? Do you try to develop your own software, or do you go to the leader with the safest software that's going to cause the least people to die in your technology and say, hey guys, can we just license that? We'd rather not kill more people than you do. It's not going to look very good for us. Plus, we just don't want to kill people in general. It's not a good look. So Tesla, can we please license your software? I'm so confident that this is going to happen. I just don't see any other way that it plays out. Now, of course, I could be wrong, but if I am, I will be astonished because it just makes no ethical sense. If I'm right, I am. Tesla's lead in full self-driving is unassailable. No one's catching them. The fleet's growing exponentially. The data's growing exponentially. The training's better than anyone else. You're not catching up. It just makes absolutely no sense that in the future anyone will even bother. It's just like today everyone uses Google because they want to use the best search engine. Deploy full self-driving for more real-world applications. Obviously, this is one of the best examples of real-world AI now, Tesla leading the way here. It's not very much of a stretch to adapt the technology from a Tesla vehicle into, say, a last-mile delivery robot and or drone. I personally believe that in the future, a lot of people are going to be coming to Tesla who want to use their software and adapt it a little bit for their own solutions. I think that Tesla's full self-driving software is going to be powering hundreds of thousands, millions, tens of millions, eventually hundreds of millions of robots, not just vehicles, but robots of all kinds for last mile delivery drones, etc. And again, just imagine the licensing fees on this. It just comes down to who's got the best technology. If Tesla solves this real-world AI problem and no one else is close, it just makes absolutely no sense to try and develop your own technology when you can just license the tech from Tesla and then do something else. Just like if you're wanting to build your own website today, you'd have to be an actual moron to try and build your own servers and your own storage when you can just use AWS, Amazon Web Services, etc. and spend the time and energy focusing on what actually matters and differentiates you rather than trying to build some of the underlying foundational technology as in the full self-driving stuff itself. Just focus on building your last mile robots and let Tesla handle the autonomous software. And finally, start mining. Now, there's a double meaning here. I do believe that temporarily, over the short term, Tesla will begin to mine actual resources out of the earth. But here's the thing. At some point in the future, we'll no longer need to mine. We'll have a closed loop by just recycling existing batteries that are coming back in after 5, 10 plus years of use, getting almost all the materials. We'll no longer need to mine stuff. But at some point in the medium term, I think Tesla will get into mining actual resources, but this is not going to be a long-term thing. What I'm really talking about here is cryptocurrency mining. And yeah, I know it sounds kind of insane to some of you, but please bear with me for a moment. Elon Musk and Tesla, including Zach Kirkhorn now, are very bullish on cryptocurrencies, in particular Bitcoin. They've done some thinking. There's one big argument against cryptocurrencies, which is one of those brain dead arguments. It's like, but we do need to cover this. Right now, one of the biggest complaints against cryptocurrency mining is it uses a lot of energy. Therefore, it's bad because it's not sustainable. So I just want to jump in here. What if you're using sustainably generated energy to mine your cryptocurrencies like solar and batteries? Oh wait, then it's not a problem, is it? Exactly. Now, given the fact that I believe that Elon Musk and Tesla are quite bullish on cryptocurrencies and see a lot of potential there, and they have technology, solar and batteries, that can actually allow people to generate surplus energy renewably, sustainably, one of the ways that this energy can be used is to allow users to mine cryptocurrencies. Now, why would Tesla allow this? Well, it may actually encourage further adoption of solar and batteries just because people look at the economics and go, wait, you mean I can buy this and this, and then it can start printing money for me while I'm asleep and pay for its entire cost within a few years, whatever the time frame, whatever. That's a pretty compelling option. I might do it. I believe that Tesla allowing users in the future to mine cryptocurrency, do other things with some of the actual Tesla technology, maybe even some extra compute inside a Tesla, is almost inevitable because Tesla's mission to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. What better way to do that than to add additional incentive to people to get rooftop solar and or use battery storage as well? Tesla is always looking for ways to help users supplement the cost of their products. For example, you buy solar, you do a bit of energy arbitrage with your battery, etc. You're winning, it's lower cost overall, great. Or with robo-taxis, well, maybe not everyone can afford a $25,000, $35,000, $45,000 Tesla, but what if you buy that Tesla and it can autonomously pick up people, do ride hail as a service, transport on demand, and allow you to make money while you sleep and supplement the cost of your Tesla? Exactly. Elon and Tesla are always thinking of ways to get to their mission. How do we accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy and transport? And I believe that mining cryptocurrencies in the future is an actual real possibility because it aligns with their mission. And as we know, Elon Musk, Tesla now really interested in the cryptocurrency space. Elon hasn't been tweeting about Doge and Bitcoin and having fun just for fun. There's more than meets the eye, and I believe that there's future products that are going to integrate cryptocurrency mining from Tesla. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Obviously, my time machine may have given me faulty information there. I can't be absolutely certain, but generally speaking, my track record of inferring things about the future isn't too terrible. I admit, however, in this case, I'm going out on a limb here. I'm stretching a little bit. I don't know for sure that any of this is going to happen, but I'm confident enough to put these predictions out there and start the conversation. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Obviously, I'm not actually from the future. I don't actually know, and as far as you guys are aware, I don't have any inside information from Tesla whatsoever. But I do want to put this out there and start the discussion. And I'd love to know in the comments below, what do you think will be in Tesla's Masterplan Part 3? What are some of the things that they'll start doing that you can't even imagine today, even if it's really out there and crazy? Share all of your ideas below. I'd love to hear them and continue the discussion. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget, if you'd like up to $250 in free crypto bonuses with BlockFi, use the link in the description. You can also get 2 free stocks with WeBull and a free stock with Stake, also linked in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. P.S. If you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.